Hey guys, Percival with JTF Gaming here. I figured that I would take a break from regular highlight videos and introduce a new segment that I call AAR, which stands for After Action Review. Basically, to cut it short, the AAR is traditionally done after a round is done, whether it was a successful round or that of failure. In order to see what was done right or wrong in that round or match, it's a tool used to help fix your weaknesses and build upon your strength. In this game I'm showing you, I'm in the game with my squad mate Merlin. The enemy team had been extremely aggressive in their first attack and defense rounds. I think that is key to learn your enemy's common habits after the first two rounds, and it's very easy to quickly learn them, to learn how to best counter them in the future rounds. In this round, we had been aggressively spawn rushed in the first round, which you'll be seeing here soon. Uh, there was really no, at this point with the four people there was really no preventing that pinch that they had done. I could have moved a little bit faster and gotten pulse there maybe even in retrospect, but I was kind of not knowing what was going on there. Um, and at that time I hadn't thought of it too much. More often than not, when a team plays so aggressive, they ease back in later rounds, feeling as though that tact won't work as well in the future. However, in the following round, they had been just as aggressive when they had attacked. Merlin and I quickly learned from this. They are creatures of habit. So in order to counter their aggression, I had picked Blackbeard. And we'll go to the defensive round here so that you can see, just as a reference, how aggressive they had been. Oh man, sorry I skipped that, but yeah, Ash jumps through the window, pops Merlin off right there, gets me. I tilt a little bit, but after this round, Merlin and I really think that we pulled it in pretty well. We collaborated well, and we discussed how to best counter them. I picked Blackbeard to save my face from possible runouts, and placed my drone in what seems to be a popular runout spot when the objective is in this certain location. So what you could take from this is usually place your drone in popular runout spots, depicting on where the objective is going to be. Uh, Trusting that my team would attack the objective properly, I'd covered our flank, ultimately with success. My aim gets a little bit cringy here, a little bit. I turned off my what is it called? It's the pointer. Whenever you kill someone, you get points. Whenever you destroy something, you get points. So in this instance, when he had gone prone, I thought that I had downed him. So I didn't really, I don't know, I didn't really shoot at him as aggressively as I should have. But ultimately, it worked. Having my drone placement there, that did save the team from a possible loss, because I tell you what, that smoke could have either killed many of us, doing a bunch of damage. That could have been the end of the round. That C4, I forgot about that C4 there. But at this point, understanding that that run out was no longer going to be possible, and now that Merlin was gone, he was able to watch my flank from there, in which case it only became a matter of just securing the objective. So this round, we won. And in our following match, in our next defensive match here, Merlin and I had anticipated that they would be as aggressive as they were before. I had played Ella with the sole intent to cover usual entry points for our current objective. I understood that the enemy's team is significantly better than mine. Just a quick little backstory: I used to be a console pleb, and I have been pretty much my entire life. This convert, supposedly so, to PC. Uh, I'm just not as experienced as most players are on PC. So understanding that my aim was not as good as theirs were, I didn't want to actively roam, nor did I want to be aggressive by any means. So I felt at the time covering points of entry would possibly be the best option. Uh, this is a pretty bad uh, vertical peak over here because of where those bars that you can see here are placed. But it's still a good way to have information. Uh, I suppose for you guys and also for me as well, the important thing to take away from this thought process is that uh, I may not have been top fragger or anywhere that near that by any means. However, this is a game based on information and communication. Knowledge is power. If my team knows the enemy is not coming from point A, B, or C, they now can divert their attentions to point D, E, and F. Pretty tacky, pretty tacky for me to say that, but whatever. The more angles that I've got locked down may not ensure myself or you more kills, but increases your chances of winning the round. In the end, we win this round and the 2 rounds following. I uh, I have a Naga, so I accidentally pushed the side buttons. At a certain point, I had to suck it up and realize that those points of entry they weren't going to come in from, and that I would have to uh, apply some aggression towards them to help the team. And that aim literally scared the living shit out of me. Oh god, that flick scared the shit out of me, dude. Yeah, I even said it there. Oh shit! All right. Oh shit! Oh shit! All right. So as you're gonna see more soon here, I'm doing more of covering angles, except for this round. I died very early on to this round. Yeah, I guess this is a good reference right here. Valkyrie pulled the same spawn rush that she had on the team in the first attack round, and I thought that I would be able to take her down. I was very wrong, especially with the way that I had approached it. I left myself completely and utterly exposed when there was a world of different things I could have done. I could have hid behind that truck. I could have put on my face shield. I could have thrown a flashbang grenade. I could have gone prone. There was so many different things that I could have done that I don't know. I just wasn't thinking properly, I suppose. Um, yeah. So in the end, especially since I'm dead, the only thing I'm doing is support role. So in the end, the takeaway from this is it is important to not get kill hungry. The victory is more important than your KD. Patience. If your impatience causes you to rush a room or make a run out that you aren't 100% certain that you can make the kill without dying, it isn't worth it to your team. And that's what this is, a team-based game. It's not Call of Duty where you can just go around and just kill people and not worry about whether or not your team loses or wins. Locking down angles and callouts. Again, if your team knows that no one is coming from a certain area, or know that they are coming from a certain area, it helps to divide the attention on where it should be divided at. Adjusting mid-match, that's also really important. I noticed that a lot of players tend to stick with the same strat over and over again, the same strat or the same play, and it eventually fails them, or fails them the entire time, and they just won't readjust from the get-go. In order to succeed in a round, you need to learn how to readjust. Maybe that means that you have to play more of a support role and forego your KD. Maybe that means that you have to cover angles, which is something you're not used to. But if executed right, it could mean victory for you and your team. And last, knowing your enemy. When you do realize how the enemy plays, you can quickly learn how to counter them. In this case, Merlin and I countered them with proper drone placements where we expected runouts, and held unexpected defensive positions like I had with Ella in that previous defense round. That may not ensure the kill, but did delay the enemy long enough that they panicked, held back too long, and in the end ensured victory. Which, to add on to that, the delay game when you are defensive can be done from most of anybody, even an anchor can delay. It is so much more important to delay the enemy team, the attackers, than it is to go for the kill. Now, if you're able to get a kill, go for it, but only if you can safely do so. However, being able to delay the enemy team delays the time, applies more pressure to them, and this is definitely not something you guys have never heard before, because just about every YouTuber that plays this preaches it. In the end, guys, it doesn't matter what your kill-death ratio is. What truly matters is how you are able to coordinate with your team. What truly matters is how you are holding down angles to either keep enemies from coming down certain routes or to possibly get a kill or an injure. What really matters is the communication and the chemistry between you and your team. Communication is especially key. And again, because the more knowledge you and your team have, the more power that they have. If you know that person's 1, 2, and 3 are entering from main entrance or whatever, and then you have another idea on where persons 4 and 5 are, then you've got tabs on where all 5 of these people are. And you can constantly keep little tabs in the back of your head where they were last and possible routes that they might be going. And then to add on to that, as certain enemies are dying, which is why it's important to know what the operator is instead of just saying there's a person over here or over there. To know what the operator is, to know that they've been killed or downed. It's important because your team's going to be able to maintain tabs on where the entire enemy team is, possibly, or just select a few. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video. Thank you for watching. Please go down into the comments and tell me how you feel about this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, or even tell me what you would like to see in the future, please be sure to like and subscribe, and even share this with your squad and see what they could learn from this. Until next time, guys,